All right, sorry about that. I hope it's better now and there's no music. I think the music went on for a little longer than anticipated. Again, thank you all for joining today and taking time off your busy schedule for our second Knowledge Hospitality series that we're having with our esteemed partner, FICCI. I'm glad a lot of you could make time to kind of join us today. And I hope by the end of this session, you as Indian hoteliers get to understand all the tools and features that Google has to offer, which you can use to number one, make sure that your visibility of your brand and your hotel is as good as possible online, especially on Google surfaces, and making sure that you understand how travelers actually search on Google platform when they're searching for hotels. And number three, that you're able to utilize all the tools that we have available, free as well as paid, for you to help you drive direct bookings to your website. So today I am joined by B and Ferro from our hotel account management team who lead our efforts in India, Thailand, and Indonesia. And they are both based out of Singapore. Thank you, B and Ferro, for joining us during such a late evening in Singapore. My name is Deepak, and I lead travel partnerships across flights, lodging, which includes hotels and homestays or vacation rentals, things to do, and sustainability verticals in our key markets, India and Southeast Asia. I hail from Hyderabad, but I'm currently based in Bangalore. Like I said, I hope after a deep dive into our products, you're able to get clarity on how travelers use Google for hotel search and how you can derive the maximum value from Google products for your customers and for your business. But before I begin, let me invite Mr. Ashish Kumar, co-chairman of Travel Technology and Digital Committee of FICCI, to share the address and a few kind words to the entire audience. Mr. Ashish, if you're available and you can unmute your microphone and maybe say a few kind words to the audience here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, and it's nice to see so many faces anticipating a good discussion this evening. I have only 3 minutes, so very quickly, the point here being that how to drive direct bookings into your website or the hotel's website. I will flip this question around, and I said, why must you be driving the bookings around rather than to drive booking around? Now, if you look at the scenario post-COVID, earlier what we believed that the hotel distribution worldwide and of course in India was to me like a mass commodity market. You plugged your inventory onto somebody's platform. It didn't matter where it was. Price point was perhaps the only differentiating factor. Where can I get it cheapest and available right now, there and then, as far as online was concerned. Now, COVID has done certain wonders to ourselves, and especially in the hotel segment. I expect the hotel segment to be going the airline segment route. And what do I mean by that? Deepak, you mentioned about brand visibility. I certainly see that each hotel here today can aspire to make its own brand values, which earlier, like I said, it was a shopping basket, put it in the cart and move on, right? So your brand value and characterizations are going to be very important. Maybe not so for a smaller hotel in some remote area, but certainly in majority of the place. The second thing, of course, is all the revenues for any distribution was built around the room sale, right? And that's just like I compared the airline, it was built around the seat sale. And what did the low cost carrier come and do to us? They built around an ancillary revenue around us. So, you could book your seat in advance, you could change your seat, you could be paying for this, you could pay. And today, ancillary revenue is equivalent to about 30% of the overall revenue cake, including your baggage, excess baggage, and so on. I see the hotels should be moving in that direction. I'm not saying they are moving in the direction, but they should be moving in direction where the hotel room is not the only base for selling, but not only, and when I say selling, I don't mean when you walk into the hotel and buy it, but prepaid. You want to book a meal, you want to book a restaurant, you want to book a gymnasium, you want to book an activity, you want to do many things around that property on a sustainable basis. And I think all those should be able to bookable in advance, and not just the room. The other factor, when I again compare the airline, is that you generate your own boarding pass in advance, you check in advance. I hate to go to a hotel now and standing in a line to introduce myself to pre-register again. And I would like to see it registered, and I should be able to pull out my registration card just as I pull out my boarding pass in advance and simply walk into the room. And perhaps I'll also be like to look at it that online I'll generate a barcode or an algorithm where I will use it as a key and walk in straight to the room, and it's already ready for me, right? Not only it does wonders as far as the hotel and its processes are concerned and costs, but it does great to the traveler to be able to walk in any time into his hotel with a prepaid card and so on and so forth. So the question to me in my 3 minutes is for hotels to analyze why should they, rather than should they or should they not, and how they should. Um, because today, as we all know, and from the hotel, we know that building APIs and giving it to aggregators, etc., is a very expensive proposition. I certainly see and that's where the airline benefited because something like a GDS came in middle, spend whales and whales of money on technology to be able to make that happen. If not GDS for the FCC, it was platforms like Navitaire, etc. So I certainly see hotels need to find themselves in avatars where it can be generated, and search engines like Google, etc., can make that happen, where you can specifically by audience be able to book, or rather, booking is a very transactional word. I hate that word booking, honestly, because I like to move beyond booking. I like to be looking at a fact. So therefore, please apply your minds today to look at how your value can be driven beyond the bookings when you look at that. And thank you again for giving a chance for us to be all getting together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ashish. Very, very valid. I think, like you mentioned, there is thought behind why should there be direct bookings, and I think we will share our version of it. But of course, each hotel will have to understand that at their end, what are the things that they want to work for in their customers' favor, and not just booking, like you mentioned, but also the post-booking process and the entire relationship that you're trying to build with the customer. At the same time, moving beyond visibility to storytelling, as we like to call it on the digital platform. So let me dive into the agenda first. Before I begin with the agenda as well, just a few notes around the webinar. Uh, Minimize disruptions and any technical glitches. Request you to use the chat feature to post in your questions. And throughout the entire webinar, there will be my colleagues trying to answer some of your questions. If not, we have a Q&A session at the end, and we'll try to answer most of your questions at the end of it. By the end of the session, like I said, I hope overall, when you look at the agenda, you get an understanding of what the mission and the different products that we have for Google Travel. You understand how travelers and users utilize Google platform to search for hotels, and how you can appear when they are searching for hotels on our platforms, especially using free booking links. We will also understand a bit more about Google Business Profile, which is basically your go-to tool to ensure your business is showcasing in the right manner with the most useful and accurate information for a user to evaluate your hotel. And finally, we'll also look at the paid model that we have, which is Google Hotel Ads, where once your foundation is laid with Google Business Profile as well as free booking links, how you can then promote or incrementally increase some of the traffic on your website utilizing hotel ads. So let's now dive right in. So what is the mission of Google Travel? Our mission at Google Travel is to be the trusted place where travelers go for the most useful information to make fast and effortless decisions. How do we do this? We know travel begins with a search. Users come to Google to look for travel inspiration, explore flights, accommodation, things to do, and compare across the various offerings and online booking options that they find. Google Travel tries to assist our travelers throughout their entire journey. To do this, we have consolidated all our travel assets into an immersive experience, which you can also refer to under www.google.com/travel, so that you can search, plan, and book your trips. If you go from left to right, when you look at this particular slide, mock by mock, the leftmost slide is the travel tab, where you can see any upcoming trip where you as a logged in user have already planned and booked. As an example, here is my trip to Bangalore for this weekend that kind of pops up, showcasing number one, the COVID trends in Bangalore, along with, of course, some of the weather forecasts which are relevant, and a bit of a sense of how many percentage of hotels and flights, hotels that are available and flights that are operating in that particular region. For someone who's looking for inspiration on way to go in and around that region or any particular state, we also have the Explore tab, which recommends any destination along with the cost to fly there and the cost to stay there. But why do travelers travel? It is usually for things to do in that destination. So we have grouped all our top experiences and our top sites into our things to do tab. So the user can easily go through all the attractions, activities, and experiences that are available in that particular location. The flight section, as of course the name recommends, name suggests, recommends the best way to get to a particular destination. And one of the most common queries that we see on Google is a search like flight from point A to point B or city A to city B. That's when our immersive unit also triggers. The hotel section again triggers for a broad range of queries. We'll go more into detail, of course, here. And the hotels tab recommends where a user can stay when they're in that particular destination. We have also expanded and introduced vacation rentals or homestays as it is known in India, which also provide users and travelers with alternate options, usually for longer stays, and who do not prefer staying in a standard hotel. Like I mentioned, you can also try out all these products and features for free, available on www.google.com/travel. And if you have any upcoming trips, I would recommend using this particular domain to plan your next trip so you can have uh, uh, your own experience with the entire products and platform services that Google has to offer. So why is it important for you as a hotelier to accelerate your digital transformation and consider online as an important part of your marketing and distribution strategy? It is because more so after COVID, digital is more embedded than ever across a traveler's journey. We have seen people in our region and around the world come rapidly online in the past 2 years. Whether it is the travel planning process, the exploration, comparison, booking, post booking, more and more travelers have come online for either information or inspiration or transaction. People are digital continuously throughout their travel journey. And that is the biggest point to note now. To further illustrate this, in this case, I think the slide is a little wrong. It stays in India, which are up already 10 to 25% year on year. We have also seen that domestic interest, in particular for stays, are well above 2019 levels, it's pre-COVID levels. And you can see majority of the interest is also being domestic. That is because, of course, international travel is slowly coming back. But domestically, you can see 97% of the travel interest is coming from India domestic itself. Now, this particular feature also goes deeper at a state level and is available at the source mentioned there, https hotelinsights.withgoogle.com. This is a tool that is, again, free of cost for everyone and is used for you to kind of understand what are the hotel insights and trends, as well as the changing consumer demand that is happening at a much faster level post-COVID. I would again recommend all of you to go to this particular website and try to drill down into data points which are most relevant for your business. Moving on, let's now focus on how travelers actually utilize Google products and features to search for hotels. If you recall, I mentioned what the vision for Google Travel is. When you look at Google Hotels and our partner ecosystem, our vision is along the same lines. We want to create an open ecosystem where any hotel in the world, whether 5-star, 3-star, 2-star, budget, or even an alternate accommodation, can participate and generate value from Google. So hotel search basically appears on two of our main platforms, which sees the highest demand, which is Google Search and Google Maps. and it occurs across devices, mobile, laptop, iPad, etc., and across formats. We have more than 1 billion users on both these platforms, and they engage on a wide variety of queries, which I'll come to in the later slides. When we are talking about hotel search, we are basically talking about those specialized modules or tools that Google has created for travelers to find the most useful information, most accurate information, whether it's around price, whether it's around availability, so that they can make a fast, effortless decision. So these tools show hotel prices, room availability, and also provide users with a link so that the users can get redirected, whether to the hotel's own website or whether to a partner site or an intermediary website to complete their transaction. And of course, post that, the entire post booking and customer relationship is maintained by the partner who the user ends up transacting with. So let's look at this particular animation. In general, users start searching for hotels on the search page. You can notice in this animation what the search flow is like. So for a query like hotels in a particular city, we showcase our hotels unit on the search results page. This unit basically allows users to input their date of travel or date of intended stay, the number of occupancies, or rather one person, two person, or the entire family, etc., that they can mention, as well as other filters, and for them to learn based on these particular inputs that they have given, the date, the occupancy, and other filters, what are the hotels that are available for them to explore and, of course, transact if relevant. There are usually two ways travelers search for hotels on Google Search as well as on Google Maps. The first way is a more specific kind of a query where the user knows exactly which hotel they want to research, and hence it is probably the most relevant for hoteliers. Once they've entered a query, in this particular example, you can see a specific query like Hilton, Bangalore. We show them some text results on the left-hand side, which basically includes our search engine marketing, which is search ads, which are clearly called out as sponsored or ads, the paid search ad module, followed by our organic search, which is basically how Google search works, where you enter a query and we try to provide you with the right answer. However, on the right side, what you notice is the business profile of that particular hotel. So here you can see the call out Hilton Bangalore Embassy Golf link, along with the website, the directions, the phone number, and other information that a user might need to contact that hotel. It basically feeds from the Google business profile. Below that is where you see all the booking links, which are split into two sections. The hotel ads section, which is the paid module, with 4 slots reserved for all our partners who are participating in the ads auction and end up showcasing. Followed by the all options, which is the free booking links section, which showcases all the partners that have connected to us, are sharing prices and availability, and the landing page start appearing there. So this is path number 1, which is where a user is searching for a particular hotel, like Hotel Deepak in Jaipur, for example. The second path is where travelers use a more generic query, where they're looking for multiple options to probably compare from. So in this particular query, what they will enter is hotels in a particular city. For example, hotels in Bangalore, hotels in Delhi, hotels in Bombay, hotels near me, in case they're looking for a query which is on maps. In this case, again, on top, you can see the sponsored ads section, which is the paid search ads section, utilizing AdWords, which is what we commonly refer to as search engine marketing. And below that is where the hotels module pops up, where again, users can enter their occupancy date, the date of check-in, the date of checkout, the number of occupants, any other preferences that they have. And accordingly, based on their preferences and their prior experience in going through Google search, what kind of representative hotels that they would like to stay in starts popping up. You can also see the travel map popping up on the right, which is another important feature which showcases all the hotels in and around the location of the user. So it's a very interactive unit where if you ever get a chance to try it out, you can zoom in and zoom out and start looking at the pins along with the prices on all the hotels that are around. Now, this is path number 2, which is a more generic query. Now, once a user selects or rather utilizes this particular hotel module and goes to view more hotels or chooses a particular hotel, he enters what we call the hotel booking page. This is the case where he has decided on a hotel and has clicked on a particular hotel. And this particular module, which on top, if you look at the different tabs available, there is an overview, there is a prices, reviews, location, about, and photos. This module features under the prices module and is called the hotel's booking page because it is the booking page for this particular hotel, which in this case, I think is Hilton Jaipur. When a user clicks on that particular hotel, like I mentioned, he gets redirected to the hotel booking page. And here the user can then compare across the various booking options available. Hotel ads are paid links shown on top and ranked according to, of course, their bid and ads auction, while free booking links, shown by the green arrows here, include all the booking options that Google has data on and is ranked based on ability to the user. Entirely organic, nobody can pay to feature on top of the free booking links. I would, however, like to highlight that the hotel's official website is usually given the top slot in the free booking link section. In this case, you can see Hilton Jaipur appearing as a top option under the all options page, the free booking links. And there is a badge also calling out official site, which clearly gives the signal to the user that this is the official supplier for that particular property, which is Hilton itself. In this particular example, you can also see Hilton is also participating in ads, and therefore they're also showing up in the ads unit. But if you're a hotel who doesn't want to participate in ads and only wants to participate in free booking links, you can do that as well. You won't feature on the ads module. You will just feature at the top slot, probably in the free booking link section. Next, you can see a similar flow. The flow that I showed earlier was, of course, on desktop. A very, very similar flow is available on our mobile version, which is, of course, one of the features where a lot of users started interacting with. Like I mentioned, the maps view of hotel search is one of the most interactive ones. And if you ever get a chance, you can again do a search like hotel Bangalore, hotels in Delhi, hotels in Jaipur on your maps view, and you can see the travel maps immersive. Zoom in and zoom out and look at all the different hotel options that are pinned according to the location, along with prices also showcasing there. Once user selects a particular hotel, he's again redirected to the hotel booking page, which in this case is the mobile view. And you can see the business profile coming up on top, followed by our hotel ads and free booking links section. Great. So I think I will now take a pause here, just showing you after showing you the flow, because I want to address the question that was also raised at the start of this entire presentation on why should hotels even look for direct bookings? First, and I think it's quite evident, right? One of the biggest benefits of having a direct booking is you have much more control over the customer's experience. And you have a lot of opportunity to personalize this service, which can then help in repeat purchase and building of loyalty for your customer. Second, and more from a distribution and P&L management standpoint, there's of course lesser commission, or rather there's no commission being paid when a user is booking online, unlike when you kind of list on some other intermediary websites, for example. Moreover, you also have a lot more control over refundability. So you get to make that choice. And finally, a direct booking puts you in touch directly with the customer. And like I mentioned, it gives you a lot more opportunity for a two-way conversation, which helps you gain feedback as well as share more about what your hotel really has to offer for a customer before they even book. This is the reason why at Google, we are also very much proactively trying to get hotels on our platform, because our research shows that our users on Google Search and Maps prefer connecting and transacting and interacting directly with the hotel, whether it's via phone call, whether it's via chat, or whether it's via direct booking on their website. Our users have shown time and time again that they would like to have the option of the official supplier, and in this case, in flights case, it's the airline. In things to do case, it's probably the tour operator. But in this hotel ecosystem place, it's the hotel. The user on our platform has time and time again shown us that they would like that option and they would prefer transacting with them directly. So now that you have an understanding of how travelers search for hotels, let's deep dive a bit more into the different Google solutions you can utilize to drive online visibility as well as bookings. You can maximize your presence on Google Hotel Search simply by managing your Google business profile and activating free booking links. This is the basic foundation on which majority your entire hotel business's digital avatar and what information is shown to our users is built on. Once you have that foundation and that pipeline in place, you can then accelerate the traffic on your website, enhance your visibility, drive more bookings if relevant by utilizing hotel ads, which is the paid module. You can get a lot more details by visiting this particular website. Like I said, I'll also be sharing this deck at the end of this presentation, utilizing our partner FICCI as well. So you can go through each of these links and look through them in more detail as and when relevant. So let me now look closer. Let me now kind of take a little bit of time to look more closely at free booking links. So Google works with a wide variety of partners. We are an open platform. And like I mentioned for Google Hotels as a vision, we want to make sure any partner in the hotel ecosystem can connect with Google. So wide range of partners means we have partners like hoteliers like yourself. We have connectivity partners like internet booking engines, channel managers, PMSs also participating on our platform. And of course, we have OTAs as well participating on our platform. It is free. It is free for any hotel to appear on free booking links, regardless of whether they spend or advertise on Google or not. Just to clarify again, you do not need to spend on Google to be connected on free booking links. You can be connected on free booking links without having spent a single dollar advertising on Google. Like I mentioned also earlier, the hotel's official website gets two preferences. Number one, they get usually the top slot in the all options section. And number two, they get a call out called the official site badge so that the users can easily identify the official booking provider. This is the more expanded view of the booking page, which again highlights something that I've gone through in more detail, but I'll kind of reinforce it again and again. The top slot is the ads unit, which is the hotel ads unit. There are 4 slots reserved for hotel ads. And where you feature on the hotel ads will depend on, of course, how much you bid for it and a variety of factors that are taken into account based on our AdWords account. Below that is the all options, which is the entire free booking link section, where all the partners who are sharing the respective rates, availability, and landing pages are being shown, with the top slot again being reserved for the hotel's official website, Hilton Jaipur again in this particular example, with again the official site badge showcasing. I've highlighted that a little bit more in red here so that you are able to identify it better. So this is the entire free booking link section. And to understand why you should appear on free booking link section, I think one of the most obvious reasons is that it's free. Like I mentioned, you don't need to spend a single dollar on advertising. And you can feature just by sharing your prices, availability, and landing pages with us so that we can then show your link to the partner, to the user, along with, of course, the price and availability that is available. It also helps you with an outreach in one of the biggest digital platforms, which is, of course, Google Search as well as Maps, and gives you a chance to showcase your offering when users are searching for hotels in a particular region or are looking specifically for your hotel, and hopefully also get direct bookings on your website. So this two are probably the most important reasons, and a lot more will get evident once you kind of start on the platform and you start seeing performance for your particular hotel. Start seeing overall how your PNL and your channel mix also becomes more and more healthy. Because if 100% of your bookings are, if you look at 100 bookings, there will be a portion that will be coming directly to you without any intermediary, and there'll be a portion that will be coming through an intermediary like an OTA. So once you have a healthier mix, a proportion, automatically your PNL and your overall health of the business becomes better. Now let's take a moment to see if your hotel is already featuring on free booking links. So this could be a live demo. You can also check it on your phone, for example. You can go to google.com/travel and enter the name of the hotel in the search bar. Once you do that, your hotel should appear. And when you go into the prices section, so like I mentioned, there are different modules. I'll get a bit more into the detail of these modules in the Google Business Profile section. But once your hotel appears, you click on the prices module to see what all prices are being shown and which our partners are showcasing those prices. When you look into the all options section, which like I mentioned is the free booking links section, if you do not see an entry labeled official site, that means you're probably not connected directly. Your website, or if you have a website which allows for bookings, it's not really connected to Google and is not sharing price availability or the landing page. In this case, you can see Hilton Tokyo as an example, showcasing clearly on free booking links on the top slot. So that means Hilton Tokyo themselves are sharing either via connectivity partner or directly themselves all the relevant information around prices, availability, and landing page. So they feature on free booking links. However, if your hotel, for example, Hotel Deepak, doesn't show Hotel Deepak as a top slot with the official site badge, that means currently you're not sharing rates, you're not sharing availability, you're not sharing the landing page with us. So we are not able to showcase you on free booking links, and you're not able to get any free direct bookings from our platform. So if you are one of those partners who's not able to see your own website link with the official website, the best way for you to connect to Google is utilizing a connectivity partner. What I mean by connectivity partner is, of course, your internet booking engine provider, the one who's managing booking on your own website. You can also utilize a channel manager, but we recommend definitely your IBE, the booking engine provider, because they have the most accurate and relevant information around promotions and prices on your own website. So, and they can share that with us so that when a user is redirected to your official landing page, the price they're seeing on Google is the same that they're seeing on your website. And there is no mismatch, or else that leads to a loss of trust for the user. Now, if you already have one of your partners, you already have an internet booking engine provider or a channel manager, someone that you're utilizing as a tech provider or integration provider for your hotel distribution as well as online management, reach out to them and tell them to connect your hotel to free booking links. You can check travel.com/partners/hotels to look at all the travel partners that we have already connected with. We have more than 160 plus partners worldwide, and more than, I think, 35 plus partners only specifically focused in India as well. You can see some of the names here, and I didn't even have space to put a lot more others. I think there are around 30 plus there. If your partner is already listed, please reach out to them and tell them to connect you to Google for free booking links. In case they are not in the partner list, we are continuously expanding our, of course, and integrating more and more with connectivity partners. Ask them to reach out to Google and connect. Or if you can reach out to us and let us know that this is the particular internet booking engine who's not on our platform, we might be able to reach out to them ourselves as well. So that is definitely the best way you can connect to Google, utilizing a connectivity partner. Number one, the internet booking engine provider. However, if you don't have one, you can also utilize a channel manager. Now, there are certain hotels who do not even utilize a connectivity partner or choose not to do it, maybe because they're too small and they do not have, they do not want to spend additional money on a connectivity provider. So we also have developed a method to connect directly with Google using Google Business Profile, and I'll share a bit more about that in the next few slides. So the best way for you to show up some of the best practices basically on free booking links is to ensure that you show comprehensive and accurate prices and have friendly landing pages. By comprehensive, we mean that a user should be able to check prices for all dates, length of stay, occupancy, and different refundability combinations possible. We find that users are more likely to book when accurate prices are shown on Google, and they can easily be found on your website and your landing page as well. Now, to provide with accurate prices, we also have expanded our connectivity mechanism to include the ARI Direct Connect methodology, which uses the OTA XML standard developed in collaboration with Open Travel Alliance, which a lot of OTAs already utilize. We prefer our partners to connect using ARI because it gives us coverage of all the different price combinations as well as different user use case in terms of searches, especially ones where the user goes back and changes their length of stay or occupancy. For such rare cases, we have seen overall that the click-through rate increases by 5 times. The average night stay is 5 nights, and the booking value also increases by 5 times. So we believe these rare cases actually have very high value, and utilizing ARI, you will be able to maximize that value, which you might not be able to do it with the traditional pull method. So if you have a connectivity partner who's already working with Google and you want them to start on your website on pre-booking links, recommend them to use the ARI method so that you're able to feature on pretty much all combinations and all user searches that are relevant to your particular hotel. Now, let's move our attention to Google Business Profile. This is the go-to tool for you to manage your online presence on Google. So what is Google Business Profile? Like the name suggests, it is a tool where the users get to see the most useful and accurate information about your business. In this case, of course, it's a hotel, but Google Business Profile is relevant for any kind of business. It could be a retailer, could be a mall, could be a tour operator, could be a shopping, any kind of a shopping provider. And hotels, of course, or travel, of course, features very heavily in Google Business Profile as well. So when you utilize Google Business Profile, you're able to share information that users are actually looking for when they want to connect with you. Your phone number, directions on how to reach you, your address, your operating hours, your check-in, check-out timings, the amenities that you have at the hotel, a swimming pool, gym, etc. Photos of the hotel, property level photos, different room level photos that you have. So this is the tool with which you can make sure that all the important information about your business is available for users to use when and where they find it necessary. This is also the tool where you get to manage customer reviews. A lot of customers visit your hotel, have a great stay, or visit your restaurant and have a great meal. They will leave reviews on utilizing the Google Business Profile, and you get to interact with them, take more feedback, or give them a gratitude or thanks for their review as well. So this is also the tool for you to manage those customer reviews and feedback. So uh, this is the place where I'll explain a lot more about what all comes from Google Business Profile. Again, when you search for a particular hotel or a hotel brand on google.com, you get redirected, like I said, if you're especially looking for a booking, to the prices section. But there are other modules also, or tabs rather, available inside, where a lot of the data is actually coming from Google Business Profile. There is the overview section, the review section, location, the about section, and the photos section. All of this cover information which is relevant for the user, and the user actually goes through before kind of making a selection. For example, in the about section, you get a information around the check-in, check-out timings, the address of the hotel, the phone number, the health and safety standards that you have called out, the amenities that the hotel has. The overview section again shows basic information around the hotel, along with reviews and a few of the booking links that are available. The photos section showcases all the photos that are available about your hotel, and most of the photos will end up coming from what you have uploaded on your Google Business Profile. But some of the photos also come from some of our other partners, as well as users who have been to the hotel and are able to share some of the hotels. But if you, as a business owner, are able to put in high quality photos, both at a property level, the facade of the hotel, the lobby, the amenities, the gym section, etc., as well as different room types, the deluxe room, the standard room, the king room, then more often than not, you'll see the photos that you have shared with us pop up at the front, because you are, of course, the business owner, and with high quality photos, we want to show users the right kind of photo for them to make the decision. Of course, the review section showcases all the reviews that are available, and you should ideally, if you haven't been doing on a frequent basis, you can look at the current information that is being displayed for your hotel by searching for your hotel or brand on google.com and updating, modifying, adding any more information that your hotel should be showcasing on your business profile and should be showcasing to your users. There might be instances where your hotel might not be visible on maps or search. There are usually two main reasons. When you look at the left side mock, it's basically a business profile where one of our third-party providers has been able to list it as a business, but no one has claimed it as the owner of the business. So in this particular option, you will see the claim your business text popping up. and you can click on it and follow the next steps to claim that particular business and physically verify that you are indeed a business in that particular location and you're the owner of the business. The second instance is where some of our third party providers are also not able to identify that it's a place of business. In that case, you might need to add the place. You will need to put in tags of the location or maybe the lat long, etc. And then follow on with the next steps. And then again, we follow our protocol to verify that particular business as well, both physically as well as ensuring that you are the genuine owner of the property. So please make sure you claim, verify, and continuously update your hotel business profile. Also, I want to leave a general note of security practices, as we've seen a lot of issues around fraud and hacking of Google Business Profile happening. Please make sure only authorized employees or agencies that you have contracted have access to your business profile. Make sure you utilize all the security practices like having a strong password, and you keep updating the password so that you prevent any bad actors. And these are usually sometimes uh, ex-employees of that particular hotel or the particular agency who end up misusing the account just because they have access to it. They have the passwords, they're able to gain access into it and kind of game a bit of the system. So just ensure, like you maintain your Gmail account, like you maintain any of your other online accounts, that you're having a strong password, that only a few people have access to the account and few relevant people, and that you're continuously updating. Great. Now, one more thing I wanted to clarify, which I've also kind of talked a bit about. Once you've claimed your business and updated all the basic information, we know that other than prices and booking links, which are key indicators, of course, for a user to make a booking, photos also play a very important role because it builds trust and authenticity. We have seen 90% of guests are more likely to visit a business that has photos, and good quality photos, of course. We know this is true even more for hotels than any other type of businesses on Google Business Profile. So please make sure, and ideally like the hotel owner themselves to put up the photos, because you are the source of truth here. While we also get photos from users who have visited your property or from some of the other partners that we interact with. A hotel owner's own photos, especially a good quality photo, does wonders to seeing performance online. So now I hope it's clear why Google Business Profile is important and why you should, number one, sign up. That is the most important step. Number two, keep managing your hotel details, keep updating, keep verifying, and make sure everything is accurate. That is where all the users are going to get all your information from. And number three, engage with your guests. Interact with them in the leaving reviews, take their feedback where relevant, and you can use some of these links that we have put up. We'll again share these slides to go more into detail on each of these sections. Finally, like I mentioned, there are certain hotel owners who might not want to utilize a connectivity partner or an integration provider to connect to Google. So we are also building tools where you can enter your rates directly on Google Business Profile. This tool is currently in beta and is limited to only a few hotels, but we expect this to be more broadly rolled out next year. For some hotels, you might be able to see add rates to your business profile or manage your rates kind of section when you're looking to edit your profile. So in that case, you're actually shortlisted for the pilot and you can actually share rates with us. However, I wanted to also clarify that the eligibility criteria is that it's only relevant for Google Business Profile verified accounts and accounts or hotels that are online bookable. So if you have a static page or just a page which takes in inquiry, like an inquiry form without having the functionality to for a user to book, then you will not be eligible right now. And we also have a very simple rate structure for ingestion right now, which is just a single night stay for an adult. But we're evolving that, and soon you will include more complex structures, of course, including dynamic promotions that happen on your own website. In case you're interested to try out sending rates using Google Business Profile, you can you can go to this particular link and fill in the form, and we'll try our best to shortlist you so that you can also try out filling your rates directly. It's kind of like an extranet feature that you have on any of the OTAs. So it's a way for you to directly share your rates with Google. Now, I'll just take a few minutes to also focus on hotel ads. Like I mentioned, the main foundation, the basic foundation and pipeline is understanding how users search on hotel, ensuring that you claim, verify, and update your business profile, and activating free booking links. All of this is free of cost, and all of this is something that is relevant and necessary for you to feature on Google. Now, once you've done that, you might be a hotel chain or a brand with maybe 100 properties. 90 of all 100 of them you feature on free booking links, but there might be certain properties you might want to get more traffic in, certain properties where you want the visibility to increase. So in such cases, you can actually utilize hotel ads to accelerate the traffic on your website and increase your visibility. That is where hotel ads usually comes in, and the value proposition works better because you're looking at that particular hotel. You know that you have your PNL is healthy there, and you can probably spend a little more marketing dollars to get additional bookings, and that's where it makes the most sense. Could be during season, could be off season, where you're trying to build your occupancy. So again, if you recall this particular booking module, the top 4 slots were reserved for hotel ads, followed by the free booking links section. Hotel ads appear, like I mentioned, on the top 4 slots, and where you feature on those top 4 slots will depend on your bid, which you bid utilizing AdWords account. So some hotels directly use AdWords and participate in hotel ads. Some hotels utilize a marketing agency and let them kind of manage hotel ads. That choice is entirely up to you. But one thing I would like to call out is if you participate in ads, you will end up seeing your booking links twice. I have shown this in previous examples as well. For example, in that Hilton Jaipur example, you saw Hilton Jaipur appearing number 1 on the top slot of hotel ads, as well as number 2 top slot of all options. So there are 2 times that your booking link appears. So there's a higher chance that a user clicks on your particular link. So you can use ads to promote those high demand properties and drive additional bookings. And that's the main value proposition for hotel ads. Free booking links appear irrespective because they are free. So if you have 100 properties, all 100 should be probably activated on free booking links so that you're always featuring. And maybe if there are 5 properties where you feel the demand is high and you want to drive more bookings, then add hotel ads for those 5 properties as well. So that's usually the best way for you to utilize and gain the maximum advantage from Google. Lastly, in terms of the integration, for free booking links, like I mentioned, we just need the feed, which is your prices, your availability, and your landing pages. And that is sufficient for us to showcase you on free booking links. For hotel ads, the one additional thing we need is your bid, because this is a paid platform. So use AdWords to put in your bid. And that is kind of put into an auction with maybe some of the other partners who are bidding for the same property or keyword. And based on that, your ad starts featuring. So this is a particular link which takes you to all the relevant information for you to get started on hotel ads. Again, I'll share this deck with you so that you know exactly how to get started and how to get your campaigns live. So lastly, to summarize, I know we are a little over time, but this is the last slide. Users love to book directly with Google. At Google, like I mentioned, our mission is to connect to all hotels in the world, and we want to ensure that all hotels can benefit from Google. Users interact with hotels even by calling them on the phone, chatting with them, or using website links to complete their bookings. So for you, you should make sure that you're able to establish your business on Google. Make sure your business profile is verified, claimed. Make sure you're using a trusted connectivity partner, or if needed, you're using the Google business profile to share your rates and availability as well. Connecting to Google is easy. All you need to do is find that trusted connectivity partner. And if you don't have one, we have shared links where you can check for all the partners that are connected to Google, and you can contact them and figure out the best partner that works for you and your business. Do tell them that direct or ARI connection is the preferred method because we see the maximum price coverage and participation. As a result, even for those rare cases where generally the booking values are higher, your hotel link will feature and you might end up generating more value. Ensure that your best rates and promotions are listed on Google. That is very, very important so that users are able to see the best rate on Google. And when they land on your website, they're able to see the same rates. And like I said, you can always optimize and selectively choose which properties you also want to maybe accelerate demand utilizing hotel ads. That is again your choice. Everything else is free. And finally, if you want to directly connect with Google, you can utilize Google Business Profile. However, right now we are on beta, so only a few properties might be eligible. But as we expand this, you can also choose to connect directly using the extranet feature, which we call it on Google Business Profile. So thank you very much. I hope this was informative and gave you a better understanding of how users search for hotels on Google services and how you can maximize your visibility and drive direct bookings. I know a lot of you have been using the chat feature, but since I was busy with the presentation, I wasn't able to go through, but I believe my colleagues Fero and B have been able to help you out. Uh, Maybe we can take a look at some of the questions and see if it might be relevant to share the answer with the rest of the audience. Uh, Let me just give me a moment to go through some of the chats. Please feel free to keep adding questions as well. We can take around 5-10 minutes for Q&A. And before that, let me also share our coordinates so that in case you want to reach out to any one of us, you can do so over email. And we will also be sharing the deck via our partner FICCI. And they should be able to, pretty much everyone who has registered. We have also recorded the session. We'll try to recording as well as presentation with you. Great. Let me just go through some of the points. So like I mentioned, I think I can see a couple of queries where please share the deck. Yes, if you have registered on FICCI's registration website, your email and all is shared, you should be receiving both the recording as well as presentation. Again, for the connectivity partner, I can also maybe replicate that link here. I'm also pasting the link here so that you can access all the partners that are already connected to Google. I see a query around star categorization, which I think my colleague Fero has shared more information around it. Can we refresh the reviews on Google My Business profile? I'm not sure I understand in a way refresh, but I'm not sure I understand what you mean by refresh exactly. So Google Business Profile basically is an aggregate. The reviews are an aggregate. The star ratings are an aggregate of all the ratings that you've received from all our users. You can filter it based on most recent review, most top voted review, most viewed review, and stuff like that. The usual filters that are available. Uh, we showcase pretty much all the reviews that are there. So we, as a platform, are democratic, so we cannot be shown to remove certain reviews and stuff like that. So that unless they violate our policies, we cannot do that. I don't know if that helps answer your question. We are located from the main. Hi, Arif. So, as an open forum, right? I think that's a valid question. I think it's something that obviously uh, happens not just on any platform, but even on something like an Amazon.com, right? Anyone can, at the end of the day, if they have some kind of a feature, they'll be able to kind of review it. Uh, for particular cases, if you genuinely feel that it's a fake comment, of course the onus will be on you to give us a little bit of evidence that it's actually fake. And that's where I think a little bit of a loophole lies. But if you're able to prove that it is genuinely a fake review, then obviously you can reach out to us, let us know, and we'll take the necessary actions to, number one, delist that particular account if required, or remove that particular comment. Again, to clarify, right, in free booking links section, you can connect to us via utilizing only if you have a landing page. So in this case, if you're a travel agency, I don't know if you have a landing page where you're able to redirect users and complete hotel bookings. If that is the case, then you can ask your distribution partner or your booking engine to kind of directly connect with us. I can see a few questions on Google Business Profile as well. Uh, how can we manage rates on inventory or sold out dates on Google Business? So again, all the feed and all is coming from your connectivity partner. So ideally, if there are sold out dates, they should not be even showcasing anything where a booking is possible. We'll probably have to showcase that to the user that the whole property is entirely booked out. So your feed management becomes very important, where the most accurate data and the most recent data is being shared with us. Only then can we showcase that to the user. Google does not do anything from its side. Whatever feed you're sharing from us, we just ensure that that is correct, and that is what we end up displaying. There is no commission percentage on this portal. I'll again reiterate, free booking links is entirely free. If a user clicks on your link under the all options section, gets redirected, you are not charged at all. Only if you participate in hotel ads will you be charged, and that particular bit would be relevant, of course, based on a variety of factors, which you can look at when you kind of get into hotel ads and utilize on hotel ads platform. Recently, our Google Maps link was hacked. This is a very common threat now. How are you taking care of this? Absolutely. I think one of the ways in which we are trying to take care of it is by number one, ensuring that basic security practices are being ensured. And that's where I kind of covered a bit around during the Google Business Profile section. Make sure you keep updating your password. Make sure you're not sharing your account login details with anyone. Make sure it's just with a few authorized personnel. You have a very strong password and you keep updating them. Even then, if there are cases where you feel that there is a hacking going on, that is where we have a separate seller escalation team that investigates the issue and gives you back control of your account. That being said, internally as well, we are looking at and investigating all the logs for whenever this happens. And if there is a additional feature or additional kind of security feature we need to implement at our end, we'll definitely do that. But that only happens once we can investigate the issue and clearly classify that this is a hacking issue, for example. And that's where we rely on your help also to kind of share as much information around the issue that has happened, and to confirm that it has not happened because of a lack of basic security practices. And that's the main thing I would like to kind of call out. I think we've got a few more queries. So maybe if you can note down, considering that we are a little over time, maybe you can note down our email addresses, and we'll also be sharing this deck with you, and reach out to us on email. At the same time, you can utilize a number of the links that we have already presented, which will take you through and everything around Google Business Profile, not just the sign up process, but in case you want to escalate or report an issue, you go via our support team, which is basically scaled globally, and they will be able to kind of help you navigate through your issue. In case you're still facing any issues, then you can, of course, try and reach out to us, and we'll try to see if we can expedite your resolution as well. For most of account related issues, I would say that we have a vendor team and a scaled support team that looks at it. Between B, Fero, and me, we look at mainly the BD part of or business development as well as partnership part of it. So we don't have as much access into Google Business Profile as you might think. So we also rely on the support of our team who has the access to, because again, it is a private account, it's your account, so not everyone can gain access into it. So even we don't have visibility into what has happened. So there is a specific team that looks at it, investigates, looks through the logs, and then comes back if in case there is an issue. And we have to follow that strictly, because again, like I mentioned, it's your proprietary, right? It's your business profile, not anyone can access it. So it's important that we follow that protocol. And I understand sometimes it can be frustrating that it's a little slow, uh, but considering that it's your proprietary business profile, it is important we follow these protocols, or else any and everyone can then access your account and that could then lead to a whole lot of other range of problems. So we have this process for a reason. I understand some places we might not be as fast, and that's where me, Ferobi, and the entire team is trying to step in and try to see if we can expedite it. At the same time, we will keep sharing all the information that you have around hacking, especially if there's a genuine case. We would like you to share as much details, even if you have logs available, any kind of details, so that we can look through it, investigate it, and if there is any improvement at our backend that we need to do, we kind of work on that. So thank you very much. Let me just share the Google Business Profile support link, because I think a lot of queries are around that. You can raise a ticket there. One second, let me just paste this. Support.google.com/business/get help. This will be your go-to tool for raising all tickets and cases related to Google Business Profile. In that, you can share what is the information that is required, or whatever issue that you're trying to call out. Share screenshots and any other information that you can. And our team should be able to reach out to you in a decent SLA to kind of help resolve this. And we'll be sharing our deck as well, and you should be able to get a lot of the other information there as well. And in case you want to reach out to us, again, you can do so as well. But like I said, when it comes to Google Business Profile, you have to understand that it's something that needs to be managed at a central level, and even we don't have access to it. So all we can do is kind of help expedite the issue, and we'll try our best to do that. So I think with this, thank you. Let's just wrap up, considering we are already over time. I would like to thank everyone, all of you, the FICCI team, Mr. Anirban, as well as Mr. Ashish, for joining us, and all of you for taking time out, almost an hour and 15 minutes, to kind of on a Tuesday to learn more about Google and its products. And I hope we continue to be able to share more about what we are doing in due course. We'll be doing a lot more next year, and at the same time, you're able to reach out to us with all the feedback that you have, and we're able to maximize what you can get out of the online platform, especially as it becomes more and more important for businesses to utilize online in the best manner and the safest manner as well. So we'll take your feedback, we'll take your leave. Thank you very much. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the evening, and good night. Namaste, dhanyawad.